Let's go. Put your tray tables in the upright position.
Make me fly. Watch me kiss the sky. Go move on me. It is all in me. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
Goddamn, that my memory served me. Energy from everything kinetically surging. Better never get another chance to be this young. Woke up to see this sun. New days, I'ma get me one. Been a long road coming, thinking God blessed every run. All a million little pieces we've come. Any bucket list, I'ma leave it done. All I need's a good cup of coffee, good plump in the concrete. Hooked up in Brooklyn, took a Canal Street. Bought every watch in his jacket, just so maybe I remember this time, everything that happened. Then I'm zipping in my friends a mask where the legal grass is. Just give me the sativa stash. It's been down, now it seems it's backwards. Got a beat from in, now we rolling down the street, just laughing so fly.
Make me fly. Watch me kiss the sky. Then move on me. It is all in me. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly. Then you move on me. It is all in me. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
When I'm with you, my dear, I'm far away from here. Must be the magic. Must be the magic. I found you.
Make me fly.
That's right.
Watch me kiss the sky. Then move on me. It is all in me. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
Oh shit, mountain smooth, cause you reach new altitudes. Hanging on every word like a mountain view. When we bounce a cruise, fuck them all like I count on you. Like Bojack and Dyer, whole snap and try it. Pepper pots in the eye, man. Times get strange and the people keep lying. The truth is the truth, any state I reside in. I am.
Make me fly. Watch me kiss the sky. Then move on me. It is all in me. With you by my side, there's no way I can lose. See me fly.
Ahora directamente desde West Hartford, Clockwise, el único, el más bravo, el duro, el que nunca nadie lo puede poner abajo porque él siempre tiene toda la lírica para todo el pueblo de West Hartford, para que no sepa, papá.
And we are back. It's another Friday night. We have 6 people here. We have 6 people off air as well joining us in the chat. So we are joined on screen by @Nate Cheat. Nate, how you doing?
Doing well. Looking forward to this.
Yep. We have at Calvin and Hobby filling in for Dingus this week. We have at Orange Man 3142, Johnny the Greek.
I think I might be Cake.
We
It
have
definitely is Cake.
you might be Cake. And at Hollywood Titan down the bottom there. He's not very lively.
Yeah, what's up with you
He needs to
today,
get a-
Hollywood?
Needs to
Not
get a
had his
drink.
morning drink yet.
Like
Nice.
Oh, there we
Budweiser's
go.
going.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
take one
Maybe
of
he's
those
had
and call
too
me in
many.
the morning.
And off air, this is a very special edition of the IDP Lounge here. We are going to do a 12-team mock on air. We're going to have the draft board up on air, and we also have 6 people off camera. Some of them might be joining us a little bit later. We have Skinny Gronk, we already mentioned. We have Eric from the Devi IDP Grind Show. At EJH1528. We have at Dynasty Santa Philly. We have at 50 Shades of Drunk, Jordan Rains. We have at the FF Hustler 420, Alex Moreno. And Zach Magley, I think it is, yeah. ZMags. I just know him as ZMags or Zach. So I'm bad with last names. Also, and DFF Tripp, Dynasty Tripp, who was with us on IDP Nation not too long ago. And I think that's everybody. If I forgot anybody, sorry. It's been a long time.
Right down there.
Straight Beastie. Yeah, I said that.
I understand. I get it. It's cool.
I thought you'd roll in around 9:30 like you did last week. But.
No, I'm on a strict schedule this evening, and I told you I'm booked. So
I know. I'm just busting balls.
I like the note from Nate there, though, that you can only go on your notes. If it's written down there for you, you can do it. If not, you're going to miss it. Like Ron Burgundy.
Yeah. The teleprompter. So.
All right. So should I introduce the draft board and kind of go over what we're doing here tonight since I set it up?
Yes, you can go ahead. I did talk to all the guests, but besides that, I've done nothing this week. So.
Yeah, no, it's all cool. Leave it to me. What Hollywood likes to refer to me as boss man. So I'll just step in and take over here.
The big boss man.
Sorry to cut in. I just noticed. Look who's drafting first overall. I mean,
oh wow,
what the hell is that about?
Right. Well, so for dramatic tension, I'm going to randomize everything. Here when we get started. So here's the draft board. This nice, cool program we have that allows me to share the screen super simply. And we're going to do, so it's, for everyone out there, we're doing 20 total rounds, 10 IDP, 10 offense. We are going to not have a bench, so I do have starting positions just to give everyone a gauge of where to be drafting, what to grab. And then it's going to be a 2-minute timer. We're going to go on screen, us talk about our picks as they come up, as they go by. And then the guys that are off screen are going to be in the chat giving their takes, their information on their picks, and we'll display that on the screen as we go through. But with that, it is 9:06, and let's get this draft rolling. Let's start off with a randomizer. Randomize those teams.
Oh,
do it.
Nate saying it. Number 1. What do you know?
Of course.
Oh,
not very random.
not very random. But did anyone move? Yeah,
It did.
Moved.
It did. Yeah.
Okay. So there we go. We're good with that. Let's begin this thing. And to confirm, there we go. I am on the clock. I am not an idiot, so I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey first overall.
And this isn't. This is not Superflex, by the way.
Not Superflex. 1 QB. Let's see.
The idea is to take 10 of each. 10 offense, 10 defense.
Yeah.
So try to keep track. Is it? Do you have any? You don't have any bench, so it's going to make you fill out your roster, or you just have to keep track.
It's going to make you fill out the roster, and there's no bench. So there is the setup is 1 QB, 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 2 WRT flex. I got 2 defensive lines, 3 linebackers, 3 defensive backs, and 2 IDP flex.
So not to cut off Darrell as he's about to pick. He should actually start to probably make a pick. How do I get in on these? Hit up Morgan McLean. He's always running sleeper IDP mocks for IDP guys. So you can get on some. I'm in a lot of those. A lot of us are. But yeah, we definitely run ADP all the time on sleeper. So
Derrick Henry is available right here, Hollywood.
it is. So is Ryan Tannehill.
Oh yeah.
That's my selection.
Oh, okay.
Is he playing the mute today? Does he have a voice?
I don't know what's going on with Hollywood. I haven't heard him say a word.
I didn't mute him yet.
We gotta get him fired up here.
His microphone isn't on. There you go. That'll fire him up. Leroy Jenkins. So ZMags is up.
Oh, this is Mitch Trubisky. This is easily
Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you guys going back and forth about Big Dick Nick and Trubisky. So
yeah, I'm more of a long pole Foles guy personally.
The randomizer discriminated against Panther fans. What are the Panther fans in the back in there?
Oh, ZMags taking my
Zeke.
man.
Yeah.
Zeke.
Elliot, this is going pretty standard opening. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Need a wild card in here. Somebody to
Mhm.
Well, with
I'm
no
picking it
super
five.
flex.
Kamara.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Kamara falling to me is dashed right there.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna kill your hopes for getting another Saint because I'm gonna take the target hog himself, Michael Thomas.
Oh man, I was kind of hoping he would fall to me.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do something. Oh, it is me. It's not letting me draft here. Yeah.
You're cake. You're not Johnny the Greek anymore. You're cake.
Johnny
Yeah.
the Cake.
It's not. It's literally not letting me draft right now. I'd like to take Dalvin Cook.
I'll set it for you.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Fantastic. Get him out of here.
Yeah, I'm worried about the injuries, obviously, but if he can stay healthy, like that's a monster season again. So I'll take it.
I was watching the replay of the Atlanta-Minnesota game from Week 1, and he completely just torched the Falcon defense. in that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Who we got now? Dynasty Santa?
Yes,
Yeah.
Santa Claus himself. I wonder if he does the running of the Santas. That's a big Philly thing. Although I'm not sure if they're going to be allowed to do that. You know, the 6 feet apart Santas.
Or if he eats horse poop, that's also a big Philly thing.
Oh man.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
Miles Sanders.
Wow.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
He's very polarizing. I like Miles Sanders a lot. I think he's gonna. I mean, the Philly has not grabbed one of these washed up veterans. I mean, Devonta Freeman's still out there, but they have not gone after and chased like LaShawn McCoy like they were rumored. Who else is gone?
Sanders was no doubt on my radar at 10. I was hoping maybe I could grab Mixon at 10 and then swing back at 2-3 and grab Sanders. I mean, that might be a little ambitious, but just how my brain is going.
Mm-hmm.
Dynasty Santa says he stays away from the debauchery of eating horse poop. So.
Nice. Calvin,
That
Most smart people stay away from eating horse poop. So
That was easily Johnny and my favorite. Nice pick there, Hobby. Our favorite Super Bowl. One because of Big Dick Nick taking it to the Patriots, but also all of the stuff going on around in Philly, the greasing of the poles,
Right.
eating of the horse poop. I have a coffee cup that I made with the IDP Guys logo, and behind it, it has symbols that say "I eat horse shit."
Oh,
That's completely on brand for us, by the way.
Yeah, surprisingly, only
that was
one
your
ever
first
sold.
season, wasn't it? That's from
Yeah, that was
way back.
from,
Yeah,
way back.
that's your first shirt, wasn't it? That you guys put out.
Oh, it might have
Yeah.
been. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Did
was early in my design career.
did
They
Eric
were
make
very
it,
terrible.
make it home for this?
I don't see a green dot.
That's not good.
He'll probably get Derrick Henry if it's according to ADP.
Yeah, it looks like it.
So it's not an auto pick. So
It's not.
if he doesn't pick in the 50, let's take a vote on who to give him. That doesn't make this all go to shit. Like, no kickers.
No, Henry makes sense. Chris had a good point.
I was going to take
good.
Henry, but
Yeah. Oh, you want Henry? Then don't
I
give
do.
me Henry.
Then it needs to be
That's
Henry.
not fair.
give
No,
Josh
no.
Jacobs.
Jacobs, give him. I mean,
Yeah. Is one of those two.
I would take Mixon, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Yeah.
Or I mean, if it's redraft, Hill, Julio. Did we ever say if it was a redraft or dynasty?
I think this should be redraft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
it
don't know if
seems
that
like
affects.
I vote
mean-
you draft a wide receiver for him. I have a plan, and I have a plan in place.
give him Tyreek. Well, Julio would be,
Julio, Tyreek Hill, those are.
or DeAndre Hopkins. I mean,
Or Adams.
Well, yeah, Adams has the top ADP according to Sleeper. Let's give him Adams.
yeah, I'd be taking Hopkins or Julio over.
I don't know. Like, all right. Sorry, Eric,
There we go.
but this
Well, you
is
took his
live.
Nice.
Taking the Clydesdale. This guy's what he's going to rack up 1,400 yards, double-digit touchdowns. I mean, I'm in love with taking Henry 10th right there.
Hollywood doesn't have anything to say about Henry.
He can't talk. He's saying it in the chat.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an issue, it looks like.
You know, it's not a bad thing.
I was gonna say this would be the greatest podcast ever. Hollywood can't interrupt me 50,000 times.
All right, I'm
Devontae
curious what the
Adams.
back-to-back looks like here.
Wide receiver there was their 2 cents. It was tough passing on Henry. Sanders before Jacobs is an interesting choice. Lynn Bowden, man, come on.
As
I'm
I
with that,
was-
though. In PPR, Miles Sanders is the right choice.
As I was telling you, Dan, before we went live, I love having that 12th pick because I can just go back to back and hammer home positions there. I love that option.
Well, Jordan had the back-to-back, and he went with Tyreek Hill and Josh Jacobs. So we won't have to worry about giving him Josh Jacobs.
Oh.
And Chubb went at 11. Austin Eckler is the pick from Chris here.
See, this is
The
a classic
Eckler.
case. This is a classic case for me, like taking what the draft gives me, because I was happy with drafting Jacobs, Chubb, or Eckler there, and obviously Jacobs and Chubb were drafted. So I settled. I don't really settled for Eckler, but I took what was given to me.
So I have to point out that I've been in the back half of a lot of drafts this offseason, and Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler, I've been happy with. So
Absolutely, I got the ground and pound stud, Clydesdale and Henry, and then I got a PPR monster in Eckler. It's like having the best of both worlds. Because if you
I love
look,
the
Henry
start from Dynasty
Henry is
Tripp, having Mixon and Chubb right there, that's a great start.
very envious of that one too. If
Yeah.
you look at Henry, he's projected at 13, 14 touchdowns on the ground, whereas Eckler is projected at 3 or 4, I think, but he's like 7 or 9, receiving touchdowns. So again, I love that best of both worlds. I love the Clyde Edwards and Drake combo too.
Hey, Calvin, I got to ask you about that Kenyon Drake pick. I haven't seen him go that high. I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Well, a lot of it is based on just looking at what he did at the end of last year. He was really a monster. I think that offense really started to click. I think he's a guy that has kind of always caught my eye, even back when he was in Miami. I mean, there was not a lot of people, I guess, giving giving him a lot of love, but I always thought this is a guy that can catch the ball. And I guess especially in PPR, but even in non-PPR, I'm really looking at running backs right now that can catch. They're going to be involved regardless of what the game script is. No matter if they're down by 20 or up by 20, they're still going to be involved. They're going to get carries. They're going to get targets, touches. There's other guys here towards the end of the draft that I will look to fill, but I think in terms of upside, I think Drake and my first pick, Edwards-Helaire, I think both those guys have a pretty high upside.
Well said. In the Warrior Bowl, that charity draft, I drafted Drake in the 3rd round to complement Saquon Barkley as I think I'm drafting 3rd overall. I had Saquon, and then I drafted Drake in the 3rd round. So I like that combo too.
Yeah, this is a good year for if you can go running back, wide receiver is so deep. It's just like, it's so perfect for that. I had to go Kelsey here though. It's just, I know this is not like, we haven't said tight end premium, but 90% of the leagues we've been doing the last 3 months have been tight end premium. So in real life, that's what I'm drafting.
Mm-hmm. And Kelsey's a really good pick there regardless, I think.
Yeah.
Tight end one.
Totally agree with what you said right there. I think for anybody who's just now kind of getting into football mock drafts, that's just starting to pay attention, I initially was so pumped about drafting the wide receivers. I've always kind of thought, I'll pick up running backs later. And then I got to the 4th or 5th round, and there's guys like Allen Robinson still around. There's still guys that have just a huge upside, and I didn't have room to take him anymore. So, and then there's a certain point, few rounds in, that the running backs start to dry up pretty bad. And to me this year, this is kind of going back old school, take my running backs early, and then there's so many wide receivers I love.
So I went with Gurley there. I was going to double up on receiver, but I'm like, after Gurley, it's kind of starting to get into the where I could take some PPR guys. I could take a couple rookies, but I was like, I need to grab a running back at this point.
Right.
We'll see what's around later.
No love for Aaron Jones here, huh? I can't say I blame anyone. But.
I'm not really.
No, can't do it.
Aaron Jones.
Green Bay hates him, and so do I.
A lot of Drake love here in the chat.
Hey, Hollywood, are you vocal?
That's a negative.
His lips are moving.
Yeah.
You're also on the clock. It would be a Hollywood move to time out right now.
It would be. He'll wait till 1 second left because he normally.
There we go.
Just before.
Oh shit!
Nice.
This is good. This puts me in a good spot that I was
Godwin and
hoping to
Evans
get
back
to.
back.
Yeah, I agree with Zachary right there. I think Godwin teamed up with Tom Brady. You basically like a supersized Edelman. That could really be pretty special for him.
Yeah.
Real quick, look at what Nate's done. He's drafted CMC and Patrick Mahomes, two players that are number 1 overall in their respective positions and in their tiers. So he's already, to me, he's at a clear advantage, setting himself apart as far as, the best guy at that position. And then he drafted Aaron Jones and just threw it all to hell.
Just blew it right there. Totally.
Yeah.
Andrews.
Ooh, there we go.
Darrell takes Mark Andrews here. So he's got one of each, just about.
Yeah, I got a ton of Andrews this year. I don't know about you guys.
0.0 shares.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Nothing against him. It's just kind of like an indifferent thing. I'm not going out of my way to draft him. And then once I'm like, well, I need a tight end, we're talking 10th, 11th round, and he's long gone. So
I got you.
Lamar Jackson.
Nice.
I'm really curious to see what Andrews does this year with, he's got another tight end there that left that went to Atlanta, whose name is escaping me for some reason right now.
Hayden Hurst.
I wonder if that's going to put him on the field more. Obviously, he was amazing last year, but such a weird profile. If you look at his snap share, even target share, things like that, he's just got a weird profile.
Who are you going with, Dan?
I also have nice pick on the Chris Carson. I have a Chris Carson Bell combo as my RB3 and 4 in a league where I can start. It's two running backs and 2 flex spots, and I filled both my flex spots with running backs, Carson and Bell. So Saquon, Drake, Carson, and Bell I can start them all at once. I don't know about you, but I love that combo.
I'm gonna go with the GOAT, Kenny Galladay.
Oh man, you're making me choose between James Conner and. Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that.
I know. I'd rather spoon my eyes out. Jesus.
I mean, mad respect for James Conner. Here we go. Being a cancer survivor and playing right now just sounds insane to me. But
yeah, no, he's a good guy. I just don't trust him as far as I can throw him with no arms.
Absolutely.
I think it's great that we do a mock like this, people from all over the place, and he drafted Kenny Galladay and he thought he was stuck with James Conner, and I'm looking at the draft board and I'm seeing just gems and Christmas morning gifts all over the place.
Well, not stuck with James Conner is just that Sleeper is telling me that's my top option. So, if you want to listen to Sleeper.
Well, yes, right. We all know that Sleeper can sometimes lead you astray with this ADP. I mean,
oh yeah, once we get to IDP, that'll be very apparent.
Is Luke Kuechly still the top IDP option? They got to fix that.
He is top 5 linebacker right now.
I mean,
they've got guys that have retired like 10 years ago in there too. I remember someone found someone crazy from like 5-10 years ago in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the problem with Jacksonville, and we got a lot of Fournette love. I don't want to disparage the great name of Gardner Minshew, but is anybody really afraid of the passing attack of Jacksonville? And they're going to be losing a lot of games.
Yeah, they're going to be dead last in that division by a good
I know everybody loves Minshew and the myth behind Gardner Minshew, but I don't know. I don't see Jacksonville being competitive this year, and that might be by design.
Calvin, Juju, talk about that real quick. Are you worried at all, or? I
thought about Juju in my pick, so
I think I'd be insane not to say there's some sort of worry there, but I think it's when you look at Juju. I mean, last year, what was his ADP? Like 8th overall, 9th overall, and I don't know going into this year what we could say that would be different as far as what we thought about him going into last year, other than now we've seen a year where we know that he can't produce with Mason Rudolph. And Ben Roethlisberger is back, or whatever version of him that we're getting. So that's more of a pick that hopes that Ben Roethlisberger is healthy. And if he is healthy, Juju is going to be one of the best wide receivers. He'll be one of the top guys, and it'll be a steal in the 3rd round.
And no, Alex, he didn't snipe me. I like Chris Carson, but I don't know. I mean, it is redraft, so I'd think about it maybe next round. But yeah, not the 3rd, I don't think. And I'm with Santa here. Jonathan Taylor is still my number 1 rookie. But.
I didn't think anybody. I had him in my queue. He was going to be my pick at 310 there, and the horse crap eating Santa Claus stole him from me.
Of course. See, when you come on this show, you get new nicknames. It's guaranteed, right? Skinny Gronk.
That's right.
Yeah. It's all love, Dynasty Santa. I don't know you, so no harm, no foul. All right, buddy.
So I'm just going to say on the Jonathan Taylor love that I agree with Andy Reid that Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a better running back.
Oh,
yeah.
This year, yeah, I would say Edwards-Helaire has the green light, only because Damian Williams opted out, I think. Taylor still got Mac there, but by season's end, it's going to be Jonathan Taylor's job. I mean, they might concede to the veteran in the beginning. But
there we go, IDP.
I did it. Shout out
wow.
to Hollywood on that one.
There we go, the maniac.
On that note, I'm going to tag out, fellas. Get the next guy in. It was a pleasure. I'm still here. I'll be drafting, but I'm booked elsewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'll talk soon.
Yeah, there's a reason why he left just now. That was a god awful pick.
Hey, at least you said it.
In the 4th, if you're
no wide receivers, he doesn't have a quarter.
He does not have any wide receivers. No.
Tight ends.
He's going with all slot guys late.
You don't need a wide receiver at this point, though. There's just too many guys.
Right, right. But you don't need a linebacker there either.
Right.
Darrell was covered by the chat, yes. Now, who's covered by the chat? Alex is covered by the chat.
What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Doing good.
So you say Detroit looks like somebody famous here. Like Blake Griffin?
Yeah, he kind of did. I don't know. Maybe it was just the way that I saw his face on the small chat. But
call him Chris Griffin. Chris Griffin. Well, I have been compared to this week to what's his name? I think it was Al Pacino.
So, like, are they saying you're like 75?
Maybe. According to Darrell, I'm like 90 years old. So, but yeah,
this is great because Darrell can't respond.
My hair was so messed up from the beach that somebody said my hair looked like Elvis's hair. But yes, I'm in dire need of a haircut, so that's why the hat's on.
Calvin, what are you thinking here?
I'm thinking, man, running back this is about the point where running back dries up. When your best options, David Montgomery, Devin Singletary, you could always go DeAndre Swift. Break the heart of some Detroit fans in here. But and the same thing, I look at wide receiver and I scroll down and there's a whole lot of guys down here that I love that I'm going to take. So I think I'm going to just shift things around a little bit. It's PPR. It's redraft. I still think he's got a lot left in him, and I'm going to tie up my tight end position with Zach Ertz.
Nice.
I don't know why there's so much hate for Ertz right now. I know he missed some games last year, but what do you guys think about that?
I'm redraft great, yeah.
Wentz hangs him out to dry a lot. He's always across the middle getting hammered. So, yeah, it worries me. I mean, I still have him on a bunch of rosters, and he's still, top 5, definitely. Tight end. But, yeah, it just – he gets hung out so badly across the middle a lot of times. That's the only thing I worry about.
Yeah, the Goddard love too, dynasty-wise.
But Wentz loves Ertz.
Yeah.
He feeds Ertz like crazy whenever he's on the field, which is, again, part of the issue is even if he's not open, he tries to force it in there.
Yeah, I'm going to go not Beckham because he's a child off the field and he gets broken a lot on the field. And Thielen I like, but Minnesota does not throw as much as I'd like. However, the Rams do. Give me Cooper Kupp.
Oh. So now you leave me with that choice, huh?
Yep.
See, I'm going to go with one of the most disrespected running backs in the game, Mark Ingram.
Ooh.
All he did was score touchdowns last year, like crazy. Yeah. So, that's the one thing. Sleeper kind of buries him because, I mean, dynasty-wise, I agree. I mean, they drafted the heir apparent there, but
right.
I think he's still got one more season in him to be the lead dog in Baltimore. What's his Baltimore go that he's got going on?
There we go. I'm going Woods.
Ingram's such a good locker room guy. I mean, he's the kind of guy that they love, and yeah, they are going to feed him a lot this year. I totally agree.
Love the Woods pick, by the way.
Yeah, Woods is a favorite of mine.
Yep.
Let's see, declining efficiency for 2 years. Yeah, I mean, they drafted Goddard. I think they drafted Goddard to keep him away from Dallas, possibly.
I would not be shocked by that. Yeah. Rager is going to eat, though. Rager is going to have a great year, I think.
Oh, there we go. Hollywood with the Hunter.
Oh, wow.
Before we get to my picks, I'm going to interrupt this regularly scheduled program for a little advertisements. I have a announcement of something that I think everyone would be of interest in. We now have T-shirts for the IDP Lounge. You can find them at myfantasyfootballshirt.com. It'll be in the description. I'll put it in some other areas like comments and stuff. And there's two, just a regular shirt, and then this is a pretty nice quality, like athletic wicking short, and it's printed all over. So get that at myfantasyfootballshirt.com. And with that, I'm going to make my picks.
You can also get the IDP Guys Autism Speaks shirt at that same store.
Right. And Dan, don't the proceeds or the profits with that go to?
Nate said it, all the profits. Obviously, you got the shirt cost and stuff. It's taken.
Yeah, so the profit that comes through goes straight to Autism Speaks.
Yeah.
But
and if you're in the IDP Guys Invitational, your name's on the back.
Yep.
So
Nice.
You can commemorate yourself in the. It's kind of like your senior class shirt that has everybody's name on the back, or a Super Bowl shirt that has all the rostered players on the back. So Hollywood took Hunter.
Yeah, it's too bad Hollywood can't talk. I'd love to hear why he didn't go Garrett there.
Because of our bet.
Oh, I didn't even. Oh, you guys have a bet. That's right.
We have a bet.
He has Hunter as the number one dog. So.
Yeah, and I've got Garrett there, so he can't go off brand.
Nice.
He did go off brand. He didn't take Ryan Tannehill.
Yet.
There's still time. There's only 2 quarterbacks.
Beckham.
Al, there you go.
There it is.
Garrett pick.
Oh, there's your number one guy right there, Dan.
Good job, Zach. Good job, buddy. As long as he can, not swing helmets this year, we'll be A-okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Thielen is to me. Like, I don't know. I like the upside of Galladay, which is why I didn't take him then. My opportunity was taken here. So now I get to pick. And again, I have to scroll down to make sure I'm not getting ripped off by Sleeper here. They're stupid.
Good call.
That's important.
I hate this guy, but I'm going to go with him anyway because he's probably going to have a good season. Like you said, Johnny, the last time around, he's a child. But I'll take the petulant child, Odell Beckham.
I thought for sure you were going Metcalf there.
If it was best ball, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the difference between best ball and having – I mean, I'm not clicking a starting lineup for this, but, basing this off of I got to set my starting lineup every week.
And make
I
choices.
feel better floor with Beckham acting like a petulant child than DK, who him and Lockett will kind of be up and down all season.
Yeah.
They're the value and cheaper and less boom version of Evans and Godwin. I think they're both around the same level, and it'll just be one surges one week, the other another week, depending on the quarterback matchups.
Right. That was a nightmare in DFS last year, trying to guess which one was going to go off each week. Yeah, so hard. But the prices were always so good. That's why.
Yeah. Especially DK being a rookie, they never wanted to give him his full due, his full credit that he was Yeah. They wanted to take that camp mantra that all he can do is run in a straight line. I mean, he's no. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about it?
Hey.
Who's that, Hollywood?
God damn it.
Hollywood. So he didn't come on early to get his technical stuff fixed. So
he's back.
I don't know what the hell was wrong. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it.
Hollywood, talk about your team. How's your team so far?
I like it. Barkley, Nate made my pick for me. Whichever one he didn't take, I was taking, so I took Barkley. I like Evans with Brady. I like Andrews since the tight ends were coming off. I'd rather have Kittle, but I'll take Andrews. And then Danielle Hunter, I was waiting. As soon as Leonard was off the board, I was taking Hunter. There's no question about it. So, and y'all can have Myles Garrett. He's hot trash, so.
Whoa. Wow.
So just to dive a little farther into this this bet that we have, when did we do that? It was last week on this show, wasn't it? Was it?
I think so. Yeah.
After the show.
Yeah, after show. So
yeah.
We were talking, and we just said who would be the number one, and it's just straight up. Whoever has the best. It's going by stats, right? We're not going by scoring. Just best stats.
We'll go by whatever you want to go by. I'm still kicking your ass.
Oh,
Sure.
wow.
Sure.
How about you go by the IDP Guys invitational scoring? Because
that works.
It's kind of hard to just say stats because if one guy tackles more, sacks.
And I think that might actually be what we went by.
That's fine.
Was the IDP invitational scoring.
That's fine.
And what we put on the line, Hollywood and I both have the exact same poster. One's a Titans, one's a Lions.
Yeah, I don't know
the
if you can see
loser
it
has
right
to
there.
send their poster to the other person.
Go by penalties.
There you go.
Then Barrett wins.
That's a good bet. I like that.
It's a shame Nate's going to lose, though.
Miles did go at 1-7.
Yeah, no, I'm going with Garrett. Sorry, Hollywood. That's all right, though. We'll see what happens.
Well, I have a great space right here for the Titans poster.
Oh,
so that I can come on with Hollywood and just show it to him.
Okay. I have to see if there's a spot above my garbage can for yours if I win.
Oh,
wow. That is where a roller coaster would go, though, right? I kid. So we had a couple picks here. Cam Akers and Swift. What do we think about those guys? I like Akers. Everyone freaked out at Hard Knocks because he wasn't, the starting guy on the practice field where they didn't even have pads on and they're doing walkthroughs. Like that means something.
Right.
So I'm in Dingus's chair today. So that pick was basically in honor of his number one rookie running back, and so I feel like I had to because I'm in his spot.
I like it.
Somebody said they draft him top 6 easily, and again, if they sign somebody like Devonta Freeman, not that Freeman's in his prime anymore, but if they signed somebody a couple weeks ago, that tells me they're worried. They're not, so they're going to run with Sanders and Scott. And,
I'm just curious.
Bring in somebody, but
who would you take Sanders over? Like in that top 6, I think the top 3 are pretty secure. Kamara, Thomas, those guys are probably interchangeable right there.
I wouldn't take him over. No.
No? Okay.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, we got the defensive purge going here. We got Nick gone, J.J. Watt's gone. We have Joey Bosa gone, Roquan Smith, Bobby Wagner.
Oh, Eric took your boy Bobby Wagner. Good job, Eric.
He seems brilliant, that's all.
I like what Chris did here. He knew he was leaving. He takes Darius Leonard to just start the chaos early.
Well, I had a feeling he was going to be the one that took Leonard because me and him's been down this road for 2 weeks now, Dan?
Yeah. You guys have gone back and forth. It's definitely.
I'm
longer than that. He was on our show like a month ago, I feel like.
Yeah, maybe it was. It's been And I'm not hating the Leonard pick, but the depth at the positions makes Hunter more valuable. I'm just saying.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt at all. Defensive end should be the first IDP off the board every single time.
Sean McVay is not giving away crap on HBO. He's
That's true.
Vanilla bull that you've ever seen on HBO.
But what I'm saying here is that if Chris hadn't gone Leonard there, Leonard, the first IDPs probably wouldn't be starting until like right now.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, 6 is about when I started thinking about it, which I probably will now that a lot of them are gone.
I would have probably took Hunter on the way back around in round 5.
Yeah,
I would have probably flipped.
Yeah.
I would have probably flip-flopped those really.
Right. And there are a billion good linebackers. There's like 10 or 12 good defensive linemen.
Right.
That's it. So, taking linebackers.
And they're all going before I come back around.
Yeah, and there'll be another one going here in a minute, too. I just not sure if it's going to be the freak or, you know what? It's a mock. Fuck it. Chase Young.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. And that's a good pick with Terry McLaurin there. I love that pick.
Yeah, I like that too.
I do too.
And you know what? It's funny because you took Chase Young over D-Law.
I think D-Law is going to have a nice bounce back year.
I'll take Chase Young over him any day of the week.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. The ceiling is higher for Chase Young.
Yeah, much higher.
Yeah,
I think he bounces back. He gets double-digit sacks.
Ooh, Aaron Donald, good pick.
I thought about Aaron Donald, but
yeah, me too.
You swear he's washed up, so
I didn't say he was washed up. No, that's not what I said. I didn't say he was washed up. I said he has peaked. You have seen the best he will ever be.
That's pretty good though. I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't hating the pick. I'm just saying Dan tries to twist my words. He's an instigator. That's why I hate that fucker. I know.
See, it only took him 45 minutes to start cursing me.
See, in my defense, the first 35 minutes I couldn't speak, but I'll make up for it. Don't worry.
Leonard went 3-10 in a dynasty. I mean,
crazy.
It is, but if you can kind of do what I guess Chris might have been trying to do and just kickstart the IDP trend, then you can. It's a stick and move kind of situation. You take the best guy available at the time. If that's your strategy, I mean, if it's balanced scoring and your running backs and linebackers score about the same, then why not? And then come back around and you can, when everybody's doing IDP, you can jump in there and get your offensive guys because they'll panic. You can create panic, especially on the turn. It's kind of why I like being on the turn. You can create some panic.
Nate, you're giving me Christmas gifts in freaking August, dude.
You gonna do that?
So Khalil back.
So hold on.
Hollywood, are you
Christmas?
insinuating Jamal Adams is better than Derwin James this year?
Yeah, this year, yeah.
Wow, you wanted to make another bet?
Do it with Johnny. Let's do this.
I ain't scared. What you got?
Name it. I'm positive. Name it.
You got any more posters?
Yeah, I got.
On it.
But Hollywood. You want to make a bet? Put your butthole on it. Do an enema bet.
Easy.
No, seriously. I do have a Cowboys thing behind here somewhere though, so you can have that. It's back there somewhere. There it is.
Ronald Jones is your RB2. Goodness.
Yeah, but he can't send his poster to you and me. Okay, you're gonna have to buy another poster.
I'm sure I can find one.
Yeah.
I'll find one. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got something.
Adams will bury
Well, at
James.
least
No.
At Prez.
Zachary followed up that
that's
Ronald Jones
so
pick
crazy.
with his actual RB2.
No way.
I don't
No
know
way.
that he'll bury him, but he'll outscore him this year. I'm confident.
You did snipe me with Buddha.
on a team with a better defense, with much better linebackers in front of him, he's going to do better than he did on the Jets with a terrible ass defense and no one in front of him. How does that make any sense?
Yeah. Doesn't track at all.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Oh, yeah. He'll be fine. But he won't be
Derwin
James
fine.
Right.
Who's to say that Murray ain't going to eat into James's total? They've never had a linebacker worth a damn. Now they got one.
Yeah. But they also got Tyrod. They also got Tyrod, so their offense is going to be hot garbage this year. Or a rookie. Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to make my pick, and Luke Kuechly is still at the top of the ADP. Hell.
Oh, shit.
Well, I will take who Sean is saying here. I'll take Landon Collins here, since that's what's left of me here.
Nice. That's
Can't go
pretty
wrong with
good.
that pick.
Yeah, I'll wrap up my defensive line with Mr. Josh Allen.
Oh, I love that pick. Oh, my God.
He's probably buried in the sleeper.
Yeah, I had to search to find him.
Yeah.
He's going to be a dude this year.
Sleeper does a lot of good things well, but ADP is not one of them.
No.
They should hire someone who does good IDP ADP.
Do we know anybody that does that?
Yahoo. I've been like tweeting at Yahoo like every year, like, fix your IDP. Because if you do an IDP league and you auto draft on Yahoo, you might as well just
you're trash.
You're toast. Yeah.
You might as well be a vampire in a vampire league and just pick your team off the waiver wire.
So I did that last year. I set up a maxed out roster, 30 player all IDP league. And you know what I did? I slept through the draft.
oh, Jesus.
I still went like 50-50. I think I went, what is it, like 5-5 or something, whatever the amount of, like, I didn't hit the playoffs. So was it week 13? So I think I had like 7 wins, 6 or 7 wins. Just pulling from
He said I slept through the draft. That is great.
Pulling from a depleted waiver wire where it's, you're
honestly, I mean,
guys, 30.
If you sleep through here, you'll get Luke Kuechly and Ryan Shazier and Antoine Bethea.
2014.
That's true. Yeah, Jordan, you're wrong.
We need to reel Sean in because I don't know if anybody noticed that. No, Sean just said that Landon Collins would outscore Adams and James.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, my God. Yeah, right there. That one. What the hell?
I don't know.
Not the craziest thing in the world. Washington's offense is horrible.
Who's their quarterback?
It's not the craziest thing in the world. Oh, my God. He done said Alex Smith. Oh, shit. Oh,
Zach, who is the vampire? Because I only I would do another vampire league, but I'd want to be the vampire. Like, I want to be guaranteed I'm the vampire because I did it as a non-vampire and it was kind of just a regular league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So unless you're the vampire, I think it's just a normal league for you. There's nothing different.
Being the vampire kind of sucks, though. I got into a vampire league last year, and I swear it was like just missing on one starter, having like the one bench player outscore one starter. And that was the difference in like losing, I think, 2 or 3 games that probably could have got me into the playoffs.
So here's an interesting question. Is it controversial? He hasn't reported to camp, has he?
No. But he hired a new agent.
No, he didn't hire a new agent, but they can't negotiate because he's on the tag. So he would have to get traded or
he's gonna have to play though. The CBA got changed, and it's not gonna be good for him if he sits.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he hasn't technically signed his contract, so he can't be fined. But basically, he doesn't have any power.
Yeah. I'm not worried. I've got Ngakoue everywhere.
I don't see him playing for Jacksonville,
I do too, but I could see him missing a couple games and then coming back. Pulling Melvin Gordon, miss 4 or 5 games, come back, play your 10, get your credit towards your season, and then move on.
Yeah, it could be.
Try to franchise again.
I just want to point out.
That's why I like Johnny's
sake. For Dingus's sake, we've been on the rails for all 55 minutes. Have not gone off the rails. Dingus.
Once again, I was muted for the first 35. So
I was going to say there's a reason for that.
Donald Trampire.
I will make Dingus happy here.
I want to be the vampire, but you randomize the draft order to keep it even. Yeah, a lot of people want, and I think that's the only thing that is intriguing about a vampire league is being the vampire. Like,
Dan, how does that work? You just have to pick off the waiver wire? I've never been in one of those. What's that like?
So, the rest of the draft basically drafts their team. And then you pick your scraps off the waiver wire. And if you beat somebody during the course of the season, you get to take a player that they started off their roster.
Oh, yeah.
So the idea is if you pick up a couple wins, you could make a run if you're good at picking the waiver wire. Now, the one I think we played, the Vampire had priority free agent or waiver ad. So
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have first crack at waivers. So if you wanted, the hot running back, Saquon Barkley goes down and you want, Deion Lewis or, you got to, I guess, pick your Wayne Gallman, whoever is backing him up, nobody basically. Then you would go after the hot, waiver guy to try to catch lightning in a bottle.
Gotcha. That's pretty cool.
Dobbins off the board.
See, Tripp has Landon Collins too, so apparently I got the top safety value at 4.
They do have a pretty not great offense. They'll be on the field playing defense quite a bit.
Pretty not great offense. That's great.
Well, and the thing is, I think Ngakoue would have opted out by now if he wanted to. He could have played that card.
I don't know, man.
He could have played that card if he wanted to. I don't think he really wants to hold out. I think he has to play. He just doesn't want to be in Jacksonville.
Right.
Which, I mean, it could happen.
I think he's trying to get traded.
Jadeveon Clowney was in the same situation last year, and he got traded.
Right.
Which is, I guess, why he's still holding out hope that he could get traded somewhere. Let Russ cook. Did anybody see the tweets going around?
That's what Ngakoue's hoping for.
Shut your filthy mouth.
Yes.
Dan, that's a hot mic.
I can curse at him. But anyway, anybody see the Russell Wilson tweets about Russell Wilson? If Russell Wilson would eat yogurt, it'd be plain yogurt. If Russell Wilson was an ice cream flavor, it'd be vanilla. Just talking about how plain and nice of a guy he is.
Yeah.
So speaking of Russells, has anyone seen Russell Crowe recently and what he's done for the his new movie Unhinged? He has gained
a lot of weight,
like 300 pounds. Well, no, not gained 300.
Oh,
but
he's at
300. That's
no way.
Like, I saw that, and it's
he's huge.
Like coming from Gladiator, where he was just ripped and cut, to now like
he's done that 4 or 5 times though, hasn't he?
Ballooned like that? I haven't seen him do that.
A few times for different roles, yeah. Or am I? I might be thinking of. Who am I thinking of? The guy that's in.
Matthew McConaughey's done that a few times.
He's done that a few times. It's not Russell Crowe. It's a guy like Russell Crowe. What the hell's his name? He was in Law Abiding Citizen. What's his name?
Oh, yeah, Gerard Butler.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. He was ripped. He was in 300. Yeah, and then he went to fat camp or something and became fat instead of the other way around.
Fat camp.
Dan, I love you getting Kyler there that late too.
Yeah, I normally wait on quarterback a lot longer, but I was looking and I'm like, I don't want one of the fossils, and I think Kyler Murray with D-Hop, Nuke. I mean, he's got somebody that can. I mean, not that Larry Fitzgerald can. He's very good, but he's not a stretch the field kind of guy anymore. Whereas, Hopkins is.
Right.
I mean, honestly, if Thomas wasn't going to get fed 160 targets, then I don't know. I would probably go with Hopkins at the pick, but I know Thomas is going to get fed.
Yeah. That's a good call. They're going to be, I think, a much better offense this year, and that worries me about the IDP. There's too many chefs in the kitchen. Campbell, Hicks, Buda Baker, Isaiah Simmons. There's more competition for tackles and less tackles because the offense is better. So, what are you guys doing about that? Are you guys going as heavy with Hicks this year and guys like that?
I got to write them that division up coming up. I'm not looking forward to it because I'm like, I don't freaking know. I mean, I still think Buda Baker's the top guy. I still think Jordan Hicks, if he's healthy, is the top guy. But I mean, Campbell takes a hit because he's. I mean, there's only so many tackles to go around.
I like that spot.
Yeah,
I like that spot in Arizona. It's kind of like doesn't matter who's in that spot. Josh Bynes was a decent linebacker for Arizona and then was replaced with Hicks. And I believe Hicks has more talent. I mean, considering like Josh Bynes was bad going in and will probably be bad going out. But that spot itself seems to kind of be a great spot for production. It's one of those like IDP production by default spots that a good player could come in and make it even better.
Well, Joe Walker produced there for a few weeks last year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, those are the kind of positions you want to be looking at and see who's in them.
And TJ Watt, see, I have him up high in my rankings, and I want to believe, but again, that outside linebacker. The Smiths, though, kind of defied that this year. I know none of those guys have gotten drafted yet, but I don't want to taint the board here. But yeah, the Smiths are up there.
They're great value too. They're still being disrespected, both of them. It's wild.
I mean, but I look at other outside linebackers, and they're very boom bust, kind of like a defensive end. Whereas I like to go for a steady.
Oh yeah, consistency is king.
Linebacker. I'm a floor guy at linebacker, so I don't want somebody that's going to get me 0 1 week or 5 1 week, and
we're old fashioned, Dan.
Right. Yeah.
All these youngins love the outside linebackers. It's the new wave.
Youngins.
Now, if you give me on sleeper where you got dual eligibility, give me them all. Give me them all.
Right.
I'm on the clock. I just realized that.
So that's why I got Khalil Mack as my first DL.
So speaking of guys who have been tremendously disrespected, I'm pretty sure nobody's taken him yet. Nobody took him yet. Chandler Jones from Arizona. Yeah. Nobody's taken him yet.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
In the 9th round, that is great value in the 9th round, dude. Love that.
And he'll probably be the top, one of the top defensive ends.
Oh,
he plays defensive end for Christ's sake.
And I gotta interrupt. I just, is it just me that does not like Jalen Smith? I mean, I know there's people like that. There's just players. I'm just saying every fantasy owner has a player they just don't like. No matter how good they are or how bad they are, there's a player you just don't like. And Jalen Smith, for me, is that guy. I don't know. I own 0 of him. I'm in 50-plus leagues, and I don't have one freaking share of this dude.
Just a hater.
Wow, Hollywood. That's wild, man.
hate her.
I don't know. He puts up numbers, but I can't do it. I just can't draft him. I'll take
is it the
anybody
price?
over him.
Is it the price, or is it just something you just don't like him?
I
just don't like him.
You don't like Notre Dame?
Well, I do hate Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't like any fucking leprechauns, but I mean, hey.
And I know this really isn't a college show, but I'd be remiss.
I'm an equal opportunity.
Oh my God! Like, do you ever not interrupt me? I'd be remiss if I didn't say, what about the two conferences just shutting down shop for the year?
Yeah, that's so crazy, man.
And the mad scramble for players as they're trying to leave, and the schools either kind of saying, well, we might play in the spring.
Yeah, it sucks. It killed college fantasy. It killed it. I don't think Yahoo's even going to do it.
You can't. I mean, I don't know. I know there were some messages in our Campus to Canton League, but I didn't even really check them because I'm like, yeah, it's a death penalty for college football.
It is. It's really crappy. Hollywood, I mean, so the SEC is just kind of charging forward. I mean, what do you feel? Like, are you happy they're doing that? Or are you worried? Or what do you think?
Oh, yeah. They're like the NFL. They got big balls and they're swinging them, baby. I mean, until somebody tells them
no, whatever.
Until somebody tells them they can't play.
Yeah.
Or that it's until somebody says, hey, you can't do it, they're going to do it. I mean, they're like they're following the NFL. They're going to do this. There's a lot of big money, television, all this stuff. I mean, forget fans in the stands. There's big money, and I think the ACC is following what SEC does because they don't want to be
left out,
lumped in with the Pac-12. Yeah, they don't want to be left out of this. So I think they're kind of following what the ACC or SEC does, and I love it. I mean, you give me the SEC and the ACC, I'll be happy as a lark.
Yeah, Big 12 said they're going to play too. So that's 3 of the Power 5. That's enough. If Yahoo did 3 of the 5, I'd play. I'd still play. I don't care. Like,
a smaller pool. It's got to be like playing an NFL league because you'd only have 2 conferences to pick from, 2, 3. I mean, the Big 12 is the other one considering playing.
No, they said they would today. I'm pretty sure I read that. Yeah.
It's just going to be weird.
What was that?
The Big 12, because the other conferences are pretty much canceled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like all the small.
That's because they're scared.
Yeah.
They're so scared.
They're not even the thing about it is they're not even opening their campuses to people. So like to have them play football is asinine.
Right.
If you're not even going to allow the students to come in to learn, which is the true purpose of the university, is to educate people. I know we love our football, but the true purpose of these colleges is to get an education. If you won't even let the kids come in and do that, then but you're gonna let them play football,
Yep, it's all about the money, baby. You know that.
This was interesting. Also, Nebraska said they'd play elsewhere, but then the Big Ten commish basically was like, yeah, you don't have the money to do that because I think getting out of their deal with the Big Ten would cost them like millions upon millions to get out of the deal.
Wow.
That's such bull crap. I wish Nebraska would call their bluff. I so do. I wish they'd say, you know what? Screw you, Big Ten. I got your shit right here, dude.
Yeah.
So here's an interesting thought that a buddy of mine.
They belong in the Big 12.
Go ahead, Kelvin.
Buddy of mine mentioned to me this week, what are these coaches who are with these big programs who are not going to play in the fall while the NFL is going on? Do some of these smart NFL teams bring on some of these really good head coaches and have them be assistants of some sort, or bring them in to consult as consultants, something like that, and help with either defense or offensive line, or offensive coordinator? Like, what could there be some sort of play for a smart NFL team to bring on some of those guys to help with their coaching staff?
If they're under contract, they can't do anything unless they buy them out.
They can't be a consultant for an NFL team?
Yeah, I don't know.
Depends on your contract. You have to read the fine print.
Right.
I mean, it depends. If you're a Big Ten school, they're still planning on playing it just in the spring at this point. I mean, they're saying they're going to try again in the spring. But it's kind of like my son's flag football league where we were signed up for the spring. It got pushed to the fall. Now it's fall. We got pushed to spring again. So it's like they're just
never ending.
kicking it down the road. And eventually, I guess we'll get, when my son turns like 21 and, the league no longer has, another thing to kick to.
So we've done a very good job of going off the rails.
Speaking of the spring, I think
for Dingus's honor, I would like to bring us back with this little observation. Look at Chris's linebacker core right now. Leonard, Roquan Smith, Tremaine Edmonds, Shaq Thompson. That is
pretty beefy.
Yeah.
That is pretty beefy. Yeah.
Although he only has one wide receiver. Although with this being 10-10, honestly, I mean, if a lot of people already have their offense basically filled out in a draft like this, you could wait on a position.
Oh yeah,
like you could plug an entire position and just say, I'll just wait till the end and grab somebody. So not a bad, obviously we're not rolling with this team in a real league, but which kind of adds the wild card nature to it. But yeah.
And this year, the drafting is not going to mean nearly as much as any other season. You guys all know that. This is the ultimate pay attention year. You don't pay attention, you are screwed this year.
Yeah. I like my leagues so big that the waiver wire doesn't really matter. Like, I'm all for it. I know MML changed the setting to like 90 deep. Like, those are the kind of leagues I like.
Yeah, no waiver wire at all.
No waiver wire at all.
Yeah.
So, Johnny, you should talk about Pods League. We discussed it on the last episode. IDP Guys.
Somebody mentioned Van Der Esch. I'm going to take him now because
nice.
You tough there.
Yeah, good stuff.
Good value.
I was hoping he would make it back to me.
Well, he's right underneath. You can have the guy named L. Keekly. He was the top linebacker.
I heard he's great.
Van Der Esch was right underneath of him. It does have an N next to his name, as in NA, I guess. But why even have him there? Like, seriously.
Yeah, it's dumb. Dan, I know you and Hollywood play in some wacky leagues. You guys ever play in like a free agency frenzy league where you don't have a bench, basically? So it's like when bye weeks come, you have to let starters go to fill those holes, or you just lose that position that week?
Not especially. Well, your home league's kind of like that because you're like maxed out with 3.
Yeah.
So I'm a player hoarder. I like to collect players, and they can die on my bench. Like I still have Laquan Treadwell shares all over the place because
my god,
I've been playing leagues that you can afford to hold on to the guys, and just in case.
This is the year.
I don't necessarily recommend doing that kind of stuff, but I mean I don't know who else does he have to beat out there. Olamide Zacchaeus, Blake, Christian Blake. I mean, I know he couldn't beat out anybody in Minnesota either, but I mean,
the problem might not be the wide receivers he has to compete with. The problem is then he has to beat the defensive backs who are covering him, and that's really where he struggles right there.
Yeah, but I mean, you got Julio and Ridley. Who are you going to cover? If you're a defensive coordinator, who are you scared of? You're going to double or triple Julio, and he'll probably still catch the ball. Or Matt Ryan will still try to force it into him. But,
no doubt.
So Hollywood Brown. He's a guy I only take in best ball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love him in best ball.
He's a best ball specialist.
Yeah.
Him and Nicole Hardman, all about the best ball.
Hey, where are you guys playing best ball this year? Did you see DK just fired it up?
I think I saw something about that. I normally do my eliminators that are all best ball, and I have a couple dynasty leagues that are best ball. But yeah, I do most. I get most of my eliminators done on there. But since DraftKings is doing their kind of draft app ish kind of drafts, then I don't know what the hell FanDuel was thinking dropping the ball.
Yeah, they bought the competition, then didn't do anything with it. That was so stupid.
They bought the great idea and then destroyed the great idea.
Yeah. And DraftKings version, I've been doing it the whole last week, is really good. It's really, really good.
I'm going to take Taylor Rapp here. I know this is not Dynasty, but...
Ooh, I like that pick.
I will take John Johnson here.
Johnny, we got to talk some DraftKings once we get off here, man.
Oh, definitely, man. No doubt.
Definitely. Hit me up.
Yeah, Hollywood's a true degenerate like me. I love it.
Yeah, I took the week off. I didn't want to pay attention to anything. I did watch some hockey, but I tried to disconnect from football and Twitter and stuff.
I wish you'd disconnect permanently, but damn.
Oh.
Just saying.
Yeah.
I love it.
Did I say that out loud? Oops.
You could never get anything done. I'm proud of you. You actually did some work this week and got us a sponsor potentially.
Oh, no way.
I did get us a sponsor. It'll work.
Was it Colt 45?
It was not Budweiser. Yes, it wasn't a beer. I'm surprised.
Wow.
See, only the boss man can get away with those comments.
Hey, man, if I could take an Angry Orchard sponsorship, I'd do it.
No, we need dude wipes. That's what we need.
Dude wipes? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What about
Dude wipes. Do I even want to know what dude wipes are?
Oh, Hollywood, you can probably figure it out.
You can guess. Yeah.
They got that new thing where you install like a bidet onto your toilet. I think we need them as a sponsor. Little shot to the brown eye.
Dollar Shave Club has the one white Charlie.
They have the what?
Dollar Shave Club has the one wipe Charlies.
Oh, nice.
So
we have wandered down a bad road here.
They apparently have a little bit of a hint of mint on them. So.
Oh.
Who is that for?
Ooh, nice pick with Chuck, by the way. The slave.
Oh yeah, love that.
Yeah, that's a great pick. You know what? He's another guy that's buried in the sleeper ADP that you have to specifically search for.
Yeah.
White Claws.
Really? Don't even. Don't even.
I refuse to ever drink one of those.
Oh my god.
I've had them.
Of course you have. Why wouldn't you?
I'll try anything.
Oh my god, I can't. See what I have to put up every freaking week.
I tried some seltzers, and he's like, offended by that.
I am offended. I'm ashamed to know you right now.
If I try a new vegetable, will you be upset too?
Hell yeah, because vegetables suck.
Yeah, they do. That's right, Hollywood. You tell them.
I have taught this motherfucker not one damn thing. Not one.
You're right, Ben. Dingus would be proud right now.
So proud.
Right off the rails.
We went from talking about Bradley Chubb to one wipe Charlie. So.
Dude wipes and vegetables.
Yeah, dude wipes and vegetables.
Hey, you keep your vegetables to your damn self, okay?
Yeah. Will Fuller's one of my best ball heroes too.
Yeah, same. For the 3 or 4 weeks you get him, he's
actually healthy.
Nice,
yeah, and especially without Hopkins there. I mean, Brandon Cooks. Who knows? He could be in the same boat where he plays 3 or 4.
Yeah, and then he'll get concussed and he'll be out half the season like usual.
Yeah, there's a Smith.
I seriously still have not figured out what in the hell Bill O'Brien was thinking trading DeAndre Hopkins. I have no clue.
Nothing.
But I'm loving it. I'll take it. I mean, you go ahead. You be a dumbass. You trade your best player.
Again, I'm still trying to figure out why San Francisco traded DeForest Buckner. I mean, that's
Oh my
got
God!
his replacement.
One of these days off the air. That's the best screw up Dan ever had in his life. DeForest Buckner. I'll let that just hang there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm still not going to curse on live.
Montez Sweat is who I had queued up right here.
Oh my God, Eric!
Wow.
Oh, he's back. Eric's in.
Would be like 4 Redskins in short order, I think, pretty much.
Oh, good pick with Jesse Bates right there. Good pick with Jesse
I
Bates.
thought about Bates, yeah.
Yeah, I love Jesse Bates. He's great.
I'm concerned.
I want to bet though
of his production, though.
Yeah, Von Bell's going to have something to say about that. Give me some honey badger.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think Von
Johnny,
Bell's
like
going to
your,
hurt
DBs there.
Sean Williams, though. He's not going to hurt Bates. He's going to hurt Williams.
Exactly, yeah. Williams will be the odd man out. But I've seen so many IDP drafts where people still think Williams is going to be the guy. It's absolutely
I
crazy.
don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah.
You think they're going to have them on the field at the same time, all 3 of them?
It's
I
probably.
think it's possible, yeah.
Not often. Yeah, not often, though.
So, I don't know. This is redraft, so I'm going to go H.A. Green this late is ridiculous. Jarvis Landry just went 2 picks ago, so, I mean, I think everybody has forgotten that offense exists in this league.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of picks, but, I mean.
Yeah, but round 12, that's a good pick, Dan. You're getting A.J. Green in round 12. That's really good, man.
In redraft,
He's
no doubt.
really feeling good. So, I mean, the great camp reports you get with 0, reporters actually there.
Yeah, but what does feeling good really mean? Because I feel really good right now. I'm just saying.
It means they didn't practice at Dayton this year and he didn't tear his toe up. Or whatever next year.
Ooh, I missed ZMags took Justin Simmons around earlier. That's I don't know about him. That kind of scares me.
Well, I love Justin Simmons. Hollywood,
really?
how do you feel about having Rivers take over for the Colts? Are you more or less concerned about them?
I think he's an upgrade. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I still have concerns about his overall game, but I think it's an upgrade for him.
Yeah.
Have you seen his arm?
Yeah, have you seen Jacoby Brissett?
Brissett can throw the ball
Very
20
true.
yards. I'm not convinced that Rivers can throw the ball 20 yards without, using every ounce of energy that's in his body.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to fall off if he throws it more than 10 yards.
Mm.
I can see a lot of dump offs to running backs, a lot of tight end stuff, a lot of wide receiver screens. Yeah, I can see a lot of that out of him.
So Shaq Barrett, you really believe in Shaq there, Nate?
I don't. I believe in diversification and the chance to go with a boom player when I've got some solid floor guys.
I'll put it this way. Shaq Barrett has peaked, but in round 12, that's pretty damn good value.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not touching him with Hollywood's poll. We'll say.
Oh, wow. But so look at my other linebackers here.
Keep your damn dirty hands off my poll, okay?
With Kirksey and Matt Milano, I get a solid floor of tackles.
Right.
I get guys that'll be consistent, and then Shaq Barrett will go off like.
Oh yeah, Kirksey will be in the IR by week 4.
That's probably true.
You're gonna need
You can't ever, forecast injuries.
Sure you can.
I can there.
Sure,
Jimmy Neal, I think I've spent more time on IR than I have playing football the last 3 seasons.
Nice, Z-Mags. Very nice.
Von Bell. He heard us talking about him.
Yeah, he's listening.
Kendricks, too.
He's got to
That's a
shut
great
up
pick.
and stop talking about players that are still potentially on the board.
Right.
Yeah, we need to.
Dan, so if it's a league that rewards, sacks and, explosive plays, would you ever consider putting at least one of those LB or flex positions to a boom bust guy like that? Or are you just out like forever on that? Because I've come around a little bit to it. Like
I'm not out forever.
Yeah.
I don't believe Shaq Barrett's as talented as his numbers were last year. So
yeah, okay.
Denver you would have seen some flashes in Denver if he was actually, he got 20 sacks or 19 and a half or whatever last year. So
yeah.
we caught him and he cashed out. Great. But yeah, I'm just not convinced he can do it again. If you read Hollywood's article from a couple years ago, if you hit 20 sacks, your life is peaked and you're never going to hit it again. So
True. That was true. Johnny, didn't we talk about this on our last show? Him versus I can't remember who the other guy was, and we were looking at pressures, and Shaq Barrett had like 53 pressures.
Yeah, I mean, you looked at that stat, so you tell me.
I can't remember who we were going him up against.
He had a great season. I mean,
great
season. But the Smiths, I do own a couple of the Smith brothers that aren't actually brothers in Green Bay. That's almost by mistake. It's not like I planned on getting them, but they were producing pretty consistently for outside linebackers. I mean, I took TJ Watt in a best ball high. I mean, best ball, I'm more likely to take chances. But I mean, in some of my dynasty leagues, I have the Smiths. I think I have a couple. I mean, Von Miller, if it's a really deep league, I grab Von Miller really cheap in some, it was a startup, I think, last year. I got Von Miller in like the 40-something round or something because, it was really late and nobody was touching him. And he's on the decline, but, and apparently the COVID messed him up, man. He's not exactly 100% from that.
Really?
Like, something I heard. It wasn't. I can't remember where I heard it, but yeah, like just your lungs get messed up from it.
Yeah. Well, the heart thing's got all the college guys scared. All the colleges scared.
Yeah, I mean, people who had really bad cases of it, they still have trouble breathing afterwards. It's not like you just are back to 100%. But
yeah,
I am not a doctor, so don't take my clinical stuff as.
So back to the discussion on Barrett on the show on the IDP guys. It was Barrett versus TJ Watt, and
I think
Johnny. I think we all went TJ Watt, but what was interesting was TJ Watt had about 42, 41 pressures to Barrett's 53, and it was a interesting stat difference. And if Barrett can keep up that pressure, there's a chance he could continue the having those boom games.
Yeah, I think he'll keep up the pressures, but I just don't know he's going to reach that sack total again.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think he's going to replicate it exactly. No, I don't either. If he gets, better than average, it's a good.
How many did he have last year? 19 and a half?
Yeah, 19 and a half. Chandler Jones was 19.
Okay, I'll set for Shaq Barrett, I'll say over under 16. What are you taking?
Under.
Yeah, under.
We recently had a question here that's been up here. Rashaan Evans, D-Win, you took him, and then Jayon Brown went about 8 picks later to Johnny. So who do you think? Jordan, I'm kind of with Jordan. I think they'll score about the same. That's what they kind of did last year. I don't think there was too much of a difference.
Because Jayon missed a few games. Jayon plays every snap. Rashaan doesn't.
Yeah,
I mean that he's going to have a bigger role as a pass rusher this year. They're listening to local radio. They're expecting big things out of Evans, and they're expecting the normal out of Brown. So,
okay. Well,
they're expecting big things out of every player in August.
Yeah, right. And at that price, I'll take Jayon Brown all day. I'm cool with that. Like,
what are they expecting out of Vic Beasley?
Harold Landry,
not a
too.
freaking thing. He's a loss. Freaking Vic fucking Beasley. Jesus Christ.
He failed his physical. Now that he came into camp, he failed his physical.
Oh, Nashville radio is all over Vic Beasley. If he doesn't get 10 sacks week 1, they will be a witch hunt down there. I'm telling you.
Oh,
Ooh, dynasty trip with Cam Newton there.
Cam.
Ooh,
Scam.
Ooh.
Is that the first of the non-top 5 guys?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah.
The first quarterback in a very long time. I think I took the last one with Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
So there were 6. There's a pretty definite top 6. And then after that, things get a little fuzzy. So this is interesting to see Cam right there.
There's still one more quarterback I thought would be gone by now, definitely.
Sean Williams. Wow, interesting. I like it, though. I think that late, that's a good value.
He could get cut. Yeah, there you go. Eric got it. Carson Wentz. That's what I
right.
thought. Because I thought
he's a North Dakota State fan, though. We knew that was coming.
I was looking through after I picked Murray, and I'm like, I could have taken Wentz a couple rounds later, or even a round later. But yeah, who would have known I could have taken him 6 rounds later?
Yeah.
I know this is not an IDP question, but is Jalen Hurts not the best? What's the word? Handcuff quarterback in the league right now.
Oh yeah.
I love Wentz. I love Wentz. I think he's a great quarterback, but man, Jalen Hurts. If you can get Jalen Hurts anywhere, do it because he's going to start 2 or 3 games.
Right. Wentz is made of glass. Absolutely. Yes.
Yep. And I love Wentz. But
after that, Josh Allen went, and did you see the Roto World report about him? The coach might outlast him because McDermott just got signed to an extension through 26, and they're like, Allen's got 2 years to show. Well, I mean, this is a big year for him. If he doesn't produce this year,
it is.
They're going to find somebody else. They're going to bring in a vet. They're gonna do something because
they got a lot of other pieces.
They have the deck stacked. I mean, their defense is really good.
Yeah.
Offense. I mean, they have 2 young running backs. They have good wide receivers. They just paid Stephon Diggs. I mean, they are primed to go. The only thing they're really missing is consistent quarterback play because I think they're pretty solid from top to bottom on defense.
Yep.
So let me give you my quick Josh Allen pitch, and let me see if I can sway anybody on that. So first of all, it is redraft, and he was the number 6 quarterback last year. So we're talking about fantasy football, first of all, not necessarily a real life quarterback. He had 8 and 9 touchdowns. 8 and 9 touchdowns the last 2 years. So I mean, he's a guy that's going to score. He's going to score touchdowns, even if he's not doing it through the air. He's going to do it through the ground. And I was looking, the 3 most targeted players that he had last year were John Brown, Cole Beasley, and Dawson Knox. Now, I don't know where those 3 rank in terms of if you looked at every team's top 3 targeted players. I'm not sure where those 3 would rank, but it would not be very high. Now, that was an improvement from it was like Kelvin Benjamin, the corpse of Kelvin Benjamin, with Sean McCoy, Reuben Foster, or something like that the year before. It was an improvement. But, I mean, now he has Stephon Diggs, who is inarguably one of the most talented wide receivers in the league, even if his production hasn't quite matched that talent yet. It's the best weapon he's had. And you're also, I mean, he's a big guy. He's going to run. He's going to get you points on the ground. And now he's already got good chemistry with John Brown, who I think is going to make a much better number 2 than he made a number 1.
John Brown's so underrated.
Yeah, I just think there's a lot to like here with Josh Allen. Even if he gets replaced, that's fine. I think in fantasy he has a really good chance of producing.
I got a question. Okay, so Frank Gore, he was like their goal line back last season, right? Would Allen have even gotten to 9 TDs if they had a better goal line back than Frank Gore? Because now they added Moss, and now Moss the goal line back or potentially.
they still don't have anybody better than him at putting the ball in. I mean, Zach Moss is certainly, he's a late third round pick. I mean, it's not like this is a look. I know he's a Twitter darling, and there's a lot of people who think great things about him, but he's got a lot to prove before we think he's better than Frank Gore.
No. I'm not talking about better than Frank Gore. I'm just talking about someone who's going to be a little bit more capable at punching it in from 1 or 2 yards out. Because Frank Gore got stuffed a handful of times, and then Josh Allen punched it in on the next play.
Who's to say that Singletary can't do that too? I mean, they didn't really give him the chance to a whole lot.
Yeah.
Frank Gore.
They just didn't.
Right.
So somebody was hating on my James Collins pick here. Sean, he again, it is gross, but he produced year in and year out. And he is
I think
on
he's the guy to grab.
He produces. Like, he's going to go. In New England last year, he produced. In Cleveland the year before, he produced. I thought this guy was like 90 years old. He's under 30 still. He's like 29, 28. He's not an old man by any means. We think he's 90 because it seems like he's been in the league forever. But, he just produces. So I'm okay with it.
As a Lions fan here, I say in that linebacker core, Jamie Collins is the first one I want. The Patriots and the Lions system is pretty similar since you had Patricia come over. Patricia has shown that in the league, being a rocket scientist does not equate to a good coach. But that doesn't really matter for fantasy purposes. We just want Jamie Collins to score. So I think that I would definitely put him above both Tavai and I'm forgetting the other guy. He's so I just
Jared Davis.
Jared Davis, Jared Davis is done. I don't know if he finishes the season. They might start doing a heavy rotation with that spot. So
you just don't like Matt Patricia, do you?
Dude, I was so on that train.
What is it?
I
like him, but I think he needs a good offensive coordinator is the problem. He's a good coach.
And he's got Darrell Bevel, so
that's great.
I don't know. It's just not the recipe in Detroit.
I can play this clip for somebody else. Darrell Bevel. That's who the clip's been for this whole time. I had never known.
But Sean brings up a very solid point. Lions, Patriots, linebackers, they are all pretty much gross. But if I was going to take one, Jamie Collins is it.
Yeah, I think so too.
DeForest Buckner is off the board. I took Mac the Knife.
Nice.
Because he's buried in. He's one of those people that's buried in these sleeper.
Backing up just a little bit. Love the Jeremy Chin pick by Z-Mags. Love that. Love that.
Yeah.
He is going to be a dude down there in Carolina.
No doubt. Simmons would have made such sense for them in the actual draft. I don't know why they didn't do that, but whatever. It's
I'm not sure either.
Justin Reed's off the board. DeForest Buckner. Tevin Coleman. I hate the 49ers. I mean, the 49ers offense is going to produce, but like we're talking about, don't want Lions or Patriots linebackers. I don't want any Niner skill position player besides Kittle.
Yeah.
They just dragged two dudes off the street, I guess, to be their kick returners or something. Tavon Austin and J.J. Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's why Mostert wanted out.
What's that?
I think that's why Mostert wanted out. He knows that it's going to be like a four-headed attack.
Yeah, I mean, Jeffrey Wilson is even not a bad stab late in rounds because he gets carries. I mean, Breda is gone, but they still have a confusing backfield.
Wilson is a touchdown vulture. Short yardage guy. I love him in touchdown-only leagues.
Yeah, they were doing stuff with Jizik last year, too, that was real weird towards the end of the year. Yeah. Remember that?
What's your all's thoughts on Minka Fitzpatrick? I know there's some mixed feelings among fantasy owners, but I'm curious to what you all think.
No, thank you. Rich man's Eddie Jackson.
I mean, I think he's still, DB 2 or 3. It just depends on what kind of rosters you got. I mean, in this mock draft, we're starting 3 DBs. I mean, if he's your second or third, that wouldn't be that bad, but I don't think he's the cornerstone that he's being drafted at in a lot of IDP leagues.
I mean, Eric's already got Jabril Peppers, so he's taking Minka as his second safety, so you really can't hate it.
He's got Keanu also.
Like there. By week 3, he'll be his second safety. Sorry, I wish injury upon people, but I've been burned by Neil for 2 years straight.
Oh, you and me both, man. I'm all set.
The shame of it is I have him in Dynasty everywhere, so it's not like I could trade for anything of value. So I still have him, and I'm still going to roll him out, and he's going to bite me again until I just.
But right now, you cannot buy Keanu Neal any cheaper than you can right now.
True.
Well, yeah, but I mean, anybody. I'm not selling him this low. Like,
you're going to have to though, because you're not going to get nothing for him.
I don't have to do crap. I can just hold on to him and play him. I don't have to trade anything. He's putting a gun to my head saying, "Trade me." Trade me. Deal. We got a couple questions. Totally hoping Carolina picks Simmons after Kuechly retired. I thought that they might go that route. It actually make Arizona a whole lot easier to figure out. Seriously. That's for sure. For how do the valuable? It makes them so much valuable because Chandler Jones, and again, when you move brackets, especially if you split up, Chandler Jones is like a LB3. As a defensive lineman, he's like a D1.
Right.
So it's point production, So those defensive line guys that had the dual eligibility, which is the one positive about Sleeper is the dual eligibility allows for your flexibility, allows for you to draft guys like Chandler Jones, and sneak him in there almost. As you can see, the ADP, he was way down there. I had to search for him because I couldn't find him, quickly glancing through here. So it helps if you got an outside linebacker that's DL eligible, use that as a secret weapon, Sleeper. I know some websites like Yahoo and a lot of the rookies are starting to come off the board. We had Kenneth Murray last time. We have Simmons, McKinney, Duggar just went. So we're starting to see some of the rookies. I tend to, if this is redraft, I tend to avoid the rookies this year. So you won't.
Nick Kwiatkowski, love that pick by Eric.
Yeah, good pick.
Yeah, I had him lined up too. So good stuff, Eric.
16th round, that's great value, man. Great value.
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily if this was a DT required league, I'd draft this guy a lot higher because he was a beast in the Super Bowl. But Chris Jones is my pick here.
Nice.
Absolutely.
It's very nice.
He really turned the tide in that game.
He did.
Yeah.
I know Tyreek the long touchdown pass and all, but he changed the. Garoppolo couldn't do anything after.
Nope.
Yep. Those 2 batted passes were huge. Then the Frank Clark sack was amazing. That was such a good Super Bowl. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, let's see here.
Quick question. And I know I'm going to get roasted on this, but did you all like the Patriots-Rams Super Bowl? I did because that was such a defensive game. Such a defensive game.
I mean, I didn't like the outcome, but the game was.
No, I'm not talking about the outcome. I'm just talking about it being a low-scoring defensive battle. Yeah, I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
As a Saints fan, I couldn't enjoy it.
I think Johny is my spirit animal. I really do.
Johnny's spirit animal is a weasel.
Oh, I didn't go that far.
There's background to that.
I was trying to be complimentive, and damn, the
No,
boss
no,
man
no.
just said, he's a freaking weasel. Way to go, boss man. You can get away with that shit.
It's from Dungeons and Dragons. It's complimentive, trust me.
Nerd alert.
Oh, dude, you're missing out if you don't like that game. That game's awesome.
Honestly,
That's the reason why we're here tonight. Usually,
Right.
Johnny and I are playing Dungeons and Dragons right now.
That is
See,
correct.
you guys have to know the song. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? There's a song. What's his name? Lynch. Stephen Lynch.
No.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah.
Will we get in trouble if we play stuff off of?
No, do it. You have my.
Yeah, you will. Don't play anything that's.
I'll play it for you guys
Yeah.
after we shut down the broadcast.
Do it.
Yeah, Darrell keeps telling me to get, just get the song and play it as our, intro. And I'm like, we have to pay for that kind of stuff. You can't just
Don't be scared just because the boss man's on the show. Don't be scared of. He puts his pants on just like.
It's about YouTube. It's about Podbean. It's about all these places that you click the little button that says you won't use anything you don't own or have permission from.
Do you win? You're gonna time out.
Oh shit!
25 seconds.
Dingus would be texting him. You're on the clock.
Oh my god.
On
17 seconds.
Darrell on the clock.
That was almost a travesty right there.
Oh wow.
That was almost so on brand.
Fuck you, Dan.
Yeah.
I hate you, you motherfucker.
Oh,
And here's the part of the show.
Nate, that's totally where I was going next.
Yeah.
Darrell
Dirty
was
rock.
cursing.
Fuck.
It's interesting that Marlon Mack, Naeem Hines go back to back.
I know, right?
It is thing, yes.
I think Hines is a steal right there.
Oh man,
I love
I've been holding on to him for a couple rounds.
Yeah, so I'm
Jonathan
on the
Taylor
clock at a
scares
couple
me so
of things right here now too. I think I'm on the clock in the IDP Guys Invitational as well, so I got a lot of clicking to go over here.
I just finished. We're in the 30th round, and I just finished off my roster in the IDP Invitational.
Nice.
Yeah,
We are a very international division, so we've had some
happens.
pickup overseas, and yeah, I mean, it does happen. I don't want anybody to set their alarm for 2 a.m. to make a pick.
So ZMAG's getting Hurst there. I think Hurst is gonna be incredible this year. Like that's a great thing. In Hollywood, using the corner as your third DB, that's good stuff. I like that. If this were a real
Gilmore's
league,
the dog, man.
right, you would just stream that third spot if this were a real league, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Depends on who's left.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you grabbed a corner,
Dan
so I'm
hates-
assuming that's what you do.
Dan hates corners, so you can't listen to him because he's a douche.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to take the man, Preston Williams.
Ah, okay.
That's great.
Man,
Forgot about
Kenny
him. That
went.
was so good, Dan.
That
You're
was pretty
complimenting
good.
me? Be still my
Yeah,
heart.
God bless you, motherfucker.
I really don't want to take Brady, so I'll go Ryan.
I like that pick. That's not bad.
Yeah.
He's got the weapons. You got to like a player that has weapons. I mean, you really do.
And with Gurley, he can throw those little dump passes now and get, big chunk yardage out of that.
Right.
Hopefully. Dan, how come you don't like cornerbacks? I love cornerbacks.
Because he's not smart. That's why.
I don't invest draft capital in a streamable.
You don't need to. You stream them.
Exactly.
Okay.
Darrell thinks you draft them in like the 3rd round or something.
No. See, there you go again, twisting my shit around.
Twisting
No.
his words. Twisting those
Yeah.
words.
See, this is why you get called dirty rotten fuck on a regular basis, right here.
Oh,
Wow.
Woo!
God, I hate him. I really do. I hate him.
You can see us every Tuesday night.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's no wonder I drink. It's no wonder.
Well, we're getting close to the end of the draft here, and we got probably like 13 minutes left. Hopefully, I think we'll keep this going until the draft is completely done. Do we want to start plugging? We've still got people watching. Let's start plugging our shows and stuff, and so people know like where to go from here, like how to keep watching us.
Yeah, man. Who wants to go first? Go for it, Alex. Go.
Find me at Twitter, Fantasy Football at FF Hustler 420, and on YouTube, Fantasy Football Hustler 420, on all social medias.
Oh, come on. You've got the best T-shirt in the business. Hashtag fuck team defense. Come on, promote that.
I like how he muffles himself there, but like, you know, when he's calling me names, he's like right out there. Like, boom.
Wow. That's funny.
Yep, got our hashtag fuck team defense shirts, $25 plus $5 shipping. Yeah, just keeping it hardcore for all the IDP guys.
You'll like somebody in our chat at IDP Guys asked about team defense rankings, and I did the hashtag F team defense. I was like, no, you play IDP, man. That's what you do.
That's right.
I said, just kidding, but literally, I don't pay attention to team defense because normally the top team defense that's ranked, had the most points last year, ends up at like the middle of the road. So it's like, why bother?
Stream it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And look at even like the Patriots last year. Like I played in, I think, just one league that had team defense, and I picked the Patriots with the last pick, and they were neck and neck with Christian McCaffrey for like the first half of the season, and then after that, complete nosedive. It was a complete streamer after that.
So, FF Hustler, do you have a show or anything like that you do regularly? Like, do you write?
So I got a podcast.
We're talking business now. Man's involved.
So King Fantasy Sports, I've got some content there. I put my YouTube videos on there. Defense Wins Championships is the playlist on YouTube. And Fantasy Football Hustler on Apple Podcasts. That's where all my YouTube video content goes, just on there in podcast form.
Very good. Calvin, you're the other outside the brand guest. Hit us with the knowledge. Where to
you can find me Twitter at Calvin and Hobby. I this week just spoke with Dingus, and so I'm in his chair. Matt told me that we are coming back with the Dynasty, the Vipercast this week, so I'm really pumped about that. Lots to talk about. Certainly talk about going off the rails. We probably will do that from time to time as well. And yeah, that's I got an article on the AFC East, all the offseason changes. That should be coming out here this weekend. So you can check that out at dynastyvipers.com.
Nice.
Cool.
Johnny, you've never been on. Go ahead. You're up next.
Yeah. IDPguys.org. I'll be writing Start Sit, The Monster, which is the 10,000 word waivers in production and playing time article. If we have a college season, I'll be doing college waivers article.
Hell yeah.
IDP Guys podcast with Nate and Sean. And out on Twitter at OrangeMan3142. And yeah, thanks.
I love that you write a waiver article because that means I don't have to write a waiver article.
Yeah. I think Joey does one too, so I think we got that like.
I think you got it completely covered then, because it doesn't seem like you need any other waiver articles unless you want like a waiver article every day of the week. I mean, I could write like taxi squad, 90th player on your roster waiver article maybe. Darrell, what are you working on?
Yes, sir.
Working on his pick.
Yeah, I'm
He
working
should.
on my. Don't distract me here. You can find me at the IDP Guys. I've got some divisional breakdowns coming. Got a lot of IDP Devy stuff coming. You can find me basically anywhere: Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, all those good places. I'm a little bit everywhere. I'm not hard to find.
You are not.
Darrell is our most prolific writer, I would say.
He was this last month.
Yeah.
Just
I
doing
saw
my
Darrell's
part, man.
paycheck.
Just doing my part, man. Just doing my part.
Darrell sits down with a case of Budweisers and just starts writing.
See, you badmouth me. You make me sound.
Oh, that's why Biddy.
Am I not telling truth? Did I say anything dishonest here?
That's not the point.
No lies.
See, it's not if you're telling the truth or not. It's how you say it. You make me sound bad.
He's spoken like somebody who's edited him before.
God dang! Just another reason I hate your fucking ass.
Oh, another corner.
Nice. And make sure you go to idpguys.org for all your IDP needs. We have over 200 years of combined IDP experience on staff. And we've had articles out every day of the month for a couple months now, I believe, right?
Oh, hell yeah. We're pumping some shit out, that's for sure.
That is correct.
Just waiting for those redraft people to wake up so our views go through the roof.
I don't know, Johnny. Between me and you, didn't we have almost 50? Well, wasn't it just about that? Just two of us counting?
Pretty much. Hey, I like redraft. I don't have any problem with redraft. You gotta be well rounded. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just saying that's the large chunk of fantasy football community is the redraft people, and when they wake up, it shows in the traffic.
Right.
And I have a couple of redraft leagues, but I'll be honest, I can't stand them. Once I went Dynasty, that's all I care about, man.
Yeah. I do like Dynasty. I'm new to it, but really enjoy it.
And really, my new thing is Campus to Canton. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That got screwed this year. So.
Yeah, it's screwed this year, but I'm telling you, there's nothing better, man.
It'll come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that this year, but I mean, once Rashad Bateman opted out, I was like, well, there's always next year.
Right, and then Rondale Moore, like the week later, I was like, God, here we go.
Yeah, Michael Parsons, Gregory Rousseau. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
Yep. Unbelievable.
Sure.
Damn, Nate fell asleep. He made one pick and passed out. Oh, I'm sorry, boss man.
But no, I don't know. I just like playing a little bit of everything. Anyone else here do DFS besides me in Hollywood?
I do DFS.
Yeah.
I've explored some baseball. I've done some hockey.
Yep. I've even done some soccer.
Yeah, no, World Cup I cleaned up. Ask Nate.
Yep.
Yeah. Got a VR off of it.
Yeah, if you follow the trends, you can kind of, do some damage.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess I'll go now. You can find me on Twitter at Nate Cheat. I generally don't put out a lot of content because I'm the one creating the platform. So I like to jump on the different shows. Obviously, I'm a co-host with Johny and Sean on the IDP Guys. We just moved our feed over to Dynasty Trade Calculators Network. So we're getting a lot, it's to improve our traffic. It's an opportunity to kind of bring IDP to more people in Dynasty, as well as what's cool is we're putting together a new studio, which is coming for the next show. I'm hoping to have that all set up and going, and it's just going to improve the video quality that we're going to put out on YouTube here. This year, we've really kind of hammered home trying to get a lot of YouTube shows going. So we kind of did a full court press on YouTube. You can find this show every Friday night. At 9, you can find IDP Nations on there. Kind of comes up when after it records and I get a chance to edit it and put it up for video. Devi IDP Grind is on there as well.
Yes.
We're gonna be then. So then, obviously, IDP Guys, Dynasty Football Digest when it records. They haven't recorded in a little while, so I don't know what's going on there. We're going to be getting Big 3 on there. Big 3 IDP is going to be syndicating their show to us, as well as you can get Joey the Tooth's IDP update is up on there as well. So definitely check that out. There's so much to say about all the things that we do as the IDP guys. The biggest thing, the latest release is we're going to have snap counts for this coming season. You can go up and see the last 3 years of snap counts, which is a cool thing that we wanted to do. And it kind of, a couple days ago, I just kind of stumbled across the ability to do it efficiently. And so it was, got that up there and going. And then the last thing, as Dynasty Tripp is about to time out.
No, he's not. He's about to.
Oh my God! No. I'm so done.
Speaking of Dynasty Tripp,
oh yeah, follow at ZmagsIDP.
ZmagsIDP.
That's our dude. That's our dude.
At Detroit Beast, he hopped in here at 50 Shades of Drunk. Eric at EJH1528. And the Dynasty Santa at Dynasty Santa.
Yeah.
And I think that's everybody else. I'm Seahawks Dan 8. I'm working on divisional previews like everybody else is, it seems like. And yes, I hate them. I took a little break. I took a little vacation. We'll be back. Are we recording on Sunday with the doom and gloom of the NCAA? Or
sure,
maybe we'll see.
We'll break down some players. Got to give people what they want, Dan.
We'll be back in full force this week. I need a tight end with my last pick. I figured I'd just punt, and I'm going to end up with Austin Hooper. So
it's not bad. It's 20.
Not a bad punt at tight end.
Not bad.
Yeah. It's not. That's good value.
The IDP Invitational is wrapping. Well, some divisions are wrapping up. Others are still going. My eliminators, I think I need one more for Darrell, so then we can get started.
Yeah, I wish everybody.
All that will be wrapped up for the season. I'll take a look at that stuff tomorrow. I think we have everybody. I think just one person's left to pay, or we might need one. So if you're interested, hit me up. Again, we'll start drafting probably Sunday at this point because it's already Friday night.
Yeah, the IDP Invitational.
Great for that eliminator, IDP eliminator. Johnny would be great.
Yeah, no, I'm in if you need it.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks, Johnny.
So
we're down to our last
IDP. I just want to plug a little more on the IDP Invitational, what we were able to do. We're closing in on $1,500 raised for Autism Speaks. And
that's awesome.
We have a link that you can follow if you'd like to donate, as well as if you get one of the IDP Invitational T-shirts, which I think I'm going to expand on the different designs. I really like the idea of doing like different colors with Crayola crayons, since if anyone noticed, the divisions are named after the color spectrum. So going and having each division its own crayon, I think would be really cool. And
that's
then
awesome.
It's just another way of raising money for Autism Speaks. But if you want to get in for next year, go to idpguys.org, click the banner at the top, and fill out the form. And, you'll get the ability to possibly get an invitation next year. If you don't, you won't get an invitation if you don't sign up. So
exactly.
Yes, I always love the people that complain about not getting the stuff and they didn't sign up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, well, did you really want to be in it? Because you didn't sign up. But anyway, that about does it. Last pick was, I can't read that.
Everson Griffin. Yeah.
Everson Griffin,
Oh, that's awesome.
the new Cowboy, which I'm sure we'll
Cowboy.
be talking
How
about.
about them Cowboys?
Mm-hmm.
How's it been playing? Yes.
I mean, cowgirls. Cowgirls.
Oh,
Let's get it
oh,
right.
cry me a river, Hollywood.
Cowgirls, giddy up.
But are we going to post the link to this out on Twitter? Have people check out the mock or take a screenshot or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do whatever you want.
All right. Sounds good. It's our bedtime. Well, my bedtime. But
that's because you go to bed before the sun sets.
Zach says he wins the best mocker award.
I think this has been very successful. Dan and I just kind of shot this idea back and forth, and we're planning it. And I'm really glad that 20 rounds came out to about 2 hours worth of work.
2 hours, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, if Darrell isn't like milking the clock every time. Yeah.
Really? Fucker.
Yes. Good night, Zach. Yes. The old man's got to go to bed. Anyway.
Good night, Grandpa.
It's been fun. Mocking. Maybe we'll do one of the more of these before the end of the season. I mean, we got like 4 weeks until the season starts, so
maybe an IDP only one.
Yeah, just do IDPs.
Danielle Hunter 101.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's fine. I'll take Myles Garrett too.
Of course you would, loser. Of course you would. See,
Chris will take Darius Leonard. So
I'm not scared of the boss man right there. 101. I'll take Danielle Hunter all day, baby.
Anyway,
goodbye.
God dang.
Good night, Bobby.
I can't wait to hang that Detroit Lions poster above my shitter.
On that note, good night.